Hey guys, welcome back in CodeSpace. So today in this video I will show you that how you can bookmark a recycler view item. So you can see that guys, these are some questions that we have asked in our previous tutorial. So if I will check this private button, so you can see that the question is saved here in a different list. Fine. And guys, if I will check this one, so you can see that there is two questions. Fine. And if I want to remove this question, so if I will click on it again, so now you can see that the question is deleted from this child. Fine. So now we have only one question. So guys, today in this tutorial I will show you that how you can bookmark these recycle view items, and then you can show them in a new activity. So without wasting time, let's start. So guys, first of all, what we will do is that we have to open this question.xml file. Fine guys, so first of all guys, simply come here in this drawable, and we have to import some drawables for this. So simply click on this, then new, then vector asset, and then click on this sign, and here I will search for turned in. So now we have this turned in, so okay, and then next, and then finish, and then again you have to click on it, then new, then vector asset, and click on this, and then turned in not. So you have to import these two drawables. Fine guys, now here you have to type turned in, and simply remove this line from here. Fine guys, and after this you have to write Android, so simply give color. Now we have the red color, and then turned in not, same thing you have to do here. So I will remove this line, then I will give color, so it will look beautiful. Fine, now we have these two drawables, so it's time to go in this item question item.xml. So simply open this item file, and let me zoom it so you can see much easily. And after this guys, I will click on this reply button and reply text view, and then here I will simply use a image button, and that is going to be wrap content, and then guys, the source is going to be turned in not. So now we have this, then background obviously transparent. Fine, and then id favorite underscore f2 underscore item. Fine guys, and or you can add some padding if you want, so I can give padding 2 dp. Yes, so now it's fine. So guys, after this you can close it, and you can also do some improvements if you want to do. It depends on you. I'm just showing demo, so I think that's fine. Fine guys, so now what else here I can do is you can increase it as much as you want. Fine guys, so after this you have to come here in this view holder question.java. Fine guys, and then guys, here what you will do is we have to declare a variable for the image button. So simply write image button, then favorite underscore btn. Yeah, that's fine. And then guys, here after this we will declare a reference database reference, that is favorite ref. And fine guys, after this here you have to write is firebase database equals to database equals to firebase database dot get instance, then semicolon. So after this guys, we are able to proceed. So here what you have to do is yeah, just leave it here, and now we will go in this fragment 2. Fine guys, this tutorial is going to be very easy, so don't be panic, just follow my steps and everything will be fine. So after this guys, here what we will do is simply write favorite ref, and this one is for favorite underscore list ref. Yeah, so guys, this is a reference for the buttons, I mean for the image button, where we will save that the question is checked or not. And this is the reference where we will save all the private or favorite questions, you can say. Fine. And then guys, here after this we will declare a boolean, and that is going to be a very simple favorite checker. Fine. So favorite checker, and that is going to be false. By default we will make it true later. Then guys, and then here you have to write one more thing, that will be question member, then member. Fine. After this, go here in the on activity created, and we have to initialize the member class equals to new question member semicolon. Fine. And then for favorite reference, so favorite reference is going to be equals to database dot get reference, and that reference will be FAVOURITES, favorites. Done. And then guys, here for favorite list reference we will do the same thing, and that will be database dot get reference, and this reference is going to be dot favorite list, favorite list. Fine. And then dot child is going to be current user ID. Fine guys. So yes, so guys, that will be the process of saving the questions. Fine. So guys, it will, this is for the checking that the question is saved or not, and this is a reference for saving those questions in a new child. Fine guys, so after this we can proceed here. So after this guys, you have to come here in this Firebase recycler adapter, and we can proceed now. Fine. So we have to copy some codes from this yes, from this on activity created. So simply copy these codes and come back here, and then simply enter, then paste it here. Fine guys. And then after this, here you will write final, and now we need the post key, so simply write post key equals to get reference, and pass that position, then dot, then get key. Fine. And after this we can proceed. So after this you have to come here, and guys, now simply write string question equals to get item, get item, and then position, and then dot get question. Fine. Then semicolon, then string, and then name equals to get item. Fine guys, so here again get item, that will be position, then dot get name, and then again string, and that is going to be URL equals to get item, get item position dot get URL. Fine guys, and then again string, and then it is going to be time. Make sure guys you have to retrieve the time, especially because we will need it for deleting the questions. Fine. So simply write dot get time, and then guys, after this, here you have to write privacy, or yeah, because it is also important, because we will implement the privacy functionality also in the questions, because if some user wants to ask some personal question and they don't want to reveal their identity, so they can make it. Fine guys, so when they will make their accounts privacy private, and they will ask a question, and that question will be their ID will not be visible, their name and image will not be visible, only their question will be visible. So if any person wants, so they can give the answer, but they cannot know the identity of that person. So for this functionality I am implementing privacy. Fine guys, so now you can see that we have the six strings, and we are retrieving that data. Fine. So now we can proceed now. So here what you have to do is simply write a folder, then dot favorite OURITE. Fine. Favorite, then checker. Fine guys, and then post key, not position, sorry, post key, then semicolon. So guys, now it is showing that there is no method, so click on it, then red bulb, create method in view folder. Fine. So now we have this method. So guys, come back here. We will code in that method in just a few seconds. So till then, here you have to come, and after this guys, just after this you have to write dot favorite button dot set on click listener new on click listener. Fine. So now we will handle that when the user will click on that turned in image button. Fine. So first of all, you have to write favorite checker equals to true, and then comma, and then favorite reference guys, not favorite list reference. Then add value event listener, then new value event listener. Fine guys. So here you have to write the semicolon and now come inside this on data change method. So here first of all we will check that if favorite checker dot equals to true, so we will proceed. Fine. And then inside it we'll again use that if snapshot dot child, and that is going to be the post key. Fine. And then this post key have a child dot has child, and that is going to be our current user ID. Fine. And if we have this, so we will do is favorite reference dot child, and that is going to be post key dot child, and that is going to be child current user ID, and dot remove value. Fine. So if it is already existing, then we will remove the child. Fine. And then guys, here you have to create a method delete and pass the parameter time here, then semicolon. Now it is showing red. Click on this and that add method qualifier. We don't need method qualifier, just click on this, and we will create it later. That's fine. So after this guys, here what you have to do is yeah, make this favorite checker equals to false, and then semicolon. And after this guys, here you have to write is else. So guys, if there is a child post key inside the reference favorite reference, if there is a child post key and inside that it has a child of current user ID, so it will remove it. And if it don't have any child, so we will save the data. So simply write favorite reference dot child, and that child is going to be post key. Fine. And then dot child, that is going to be current user ID. Fine guys. And dot set value, that is going to be true. Done. Then semicolon. After this guys, here we will use that member class. So simply write member dot set name set key. What we need to set name first of all, so set name, that is going to be name. Fine. That member dot set time, so time. And why is it showing the error? So get the time, so make time final. So you can make time final, that should be fine. Yeah, that's okay. So after this guys, you can proceed here, not here, sorry, you have to proceed here. So write member dot set privacy, so write privacy, and then member dot set user ID, then user ID, current user ID you can also save, and you can also save user ID. So member dot set URL, then URL. Fine. And then member dot set question, the most important thing, so pass question. So guys, now we are almost saving everything: question, user ID, time, privacy, name, and URL. So I don't think we are missing anything. Fine. We have 6 strings and we are saving 6 strings. Fine. So guys, after this, here you have to simply write string ID, and that is going to equals to list reference favorite list reference. So guys, make sure this is the reference that will, inside this reference are all of our favorite questions will be saved. Fine. So hope you are understanding what I'm doing here. So follow my steps, don't be panic, everything will work fine, just trust me. Favorite dot list reference dot child is going to be ID, and then dot set value, that is going to be member. Oops, member. Fine, and then semicolon. After this, write favorite checker, and oops, you have to write favorite checker, and that is going to be again false. Make it here false. So guys, now this is the coding part for here, and now it is complete, done. So let me check that string id equals to list reference dot push key dot get. Yeah, everything is correct. No, there's no problem. So guys, after this here, what you have to do is just come after this recycler view, and we will create a method. So simply write void, that will be delete, and the parameter is going to be string time. Fine. So now we don't have any error, so we can proceed. So guys, here we have to run a query, and that is going to be for real-time database. Fine, query equals to list reference, favorite list reference dot order by child, and that is going to be time. Fine, so make sure it is time, and then dot equals to, that is going to be equal to time. Oops. Fine, and then after this here you have to write a query, then dot add value, single event value, new value event listener. Then here you have to, yeah, come inside this on data change, and simply write for, and that is going to be data snapshot, data snapshot, data snapshot, and you can write one, and then colon. After this write data snapshot. So it guys, it will help us in deleting the data. So here you have to write snapshot, this variable. Fine, snapshot, and then after this here dot get children, done. Not get reference, get children, and then we can come here and then simply write data snapshot one dot get reference, and then dot remove value. So that is how we can delete the question, done. And we can also show the toast message after this, that the question is deleted, get activity deleted. Fine, so yes, question is deleted. So guys, after this you have to go here in the view holder question, and we have to code what we have left. So here you have to simply do a very simple thing, that is not a, yeah, so here we will use that favorite reference. Fine, and then simply write favorite reference equals to database, and then guys here dot get reference, and come back here in the fragment 2, and we have to copy some code, not actually code, we have to copy the reference, this favorite reference, it should be same, that's why control plus C, and then here you have to paste it, and yes, now it's good for coding. So guys, here you have to write the favorite button equals to item view, item view dot find view by id, or dot id dot uh, favorite f2 item. Fine guys, now we have given the reference. After this here you have to write firebase user equals to firebase auth dot get instance dot get current user, and then string is going to be uid equals to user dot get uid, and then after this guys simply write favorite reference. Fine, and dot add value event listener, then new, then value event listener. So here we will handle that which drawable will be will appear in that image button. Fine, so if snapshot dot child, so here again we are checking that if child is existing or not. So if child has child current user id, so if there is a child and it has a one more child, so we will show, what we will show, simply write favorite button, and dot set image drawable, set image resource, and that is going to be r dot drawable dot turned in. Fine, and else we will copy the codes from here, favorite control plus C, Control plus V. This time you have to make it turned in not underscore turned in not. Fine. So now our codes are complete. So guys, let me check that everything is pretty fine. Yeah, all the codes are fine, so we should not have any error. So it's time to run the app and see is it working or not. So guys, in case if you get any error, then let me know in comment section. I will try to reply in next 24 hours. Fine. So now you can see that the data is retrieved pretty fast. Rajan Sharma, Android developer, also the image. So guys, when I will click on this, guys, you can see that the questions are retrieved successfully, and now we have this turned in image button. Fine. So guys, when I will click on this turned in image button, so you can see that there is a it is saved. Fine. And now you can see that we have two more favorite list. So guys, this is a list. Inside all our questions will be saved. You can see that this is a user ID. Fine. And that is a question that we have saved personally, and this is a favorites. And inside this favorites, guys, we will have the post key, and you can see that this is a post key and this is a user ID. Fine. So let me go back. Yeah, so what I was trying to do is guys, when the question, whenever you will check any of the questions, so it will create two childs. That one is for checking that the question is saved or not, and that one is for saving all the questions in a single row. Fine. So guys, let me open the emulator again, and if I will click on this one, so it will again do this. Fine. So you can see that now we have two questions in the favorite list inside this user ID, and again you can see that the question second is also checked. So guys, when I will again click on this, so it will delete the another question. You can see that the another question is deleted. Fine. So hope you're understanding that everything is working pretty fine, and if I will uncheck this one, so it will also delete these two childs. So you can see that the questions are working absolutely fine. And guys, in next tutorial we will retrieve these questions, so you can save any question, any recycler view item if you think that it is useful for you. See, I can save all these three questions. Fine guys, so in next tutorial we will retrieve these questions in a different activity. So make sure you subscribe my channel and like this video. Don't forget to press the bell icon so you will never miss any update. Thank you for watching.